When we start learning a new language, we often focus a lot in the things that we don't know yet, in all the new things and in the rules that we don't know yet, in the new words, etc. What tends to happen is that we perceive learning the language or that new language as something very difficult, and it seems like a lot of vocabulary and new rules that are completely different from our mother language, when as a matter of fact I believe it is much more interesting starting with the things you already know, because there are so many words that you already know just because they are true friends with your language. They are cognates. And also there are probably a lot of rules that apply in the same way as in your mother language. So I would say start with that and then move on to the new things. Or keep a balance between the new and the familiar. That's why today I want to share with you a list of true friends between English and Spanish. My most favorite true friend between English and Spanish is the word chocolate, chocolate. So yeah, the pronunciation is a little bit different, but it is going to be so much easier for you to remember if you want to say I love chocolate, which for me is a sentence that I use a lot. You could say me gusta el chocolate. Also, in the context of personal assessment, when you want to express your opinion, there are a lot of true friends in Spanish that you can use. So the structure in English would be, it's normal that he doesn't want to come because he's angry at you. It's normal. In Spanish is es normal. And like this, there are a few more words. So let me share with you the list of expressions that you can say to express your opinion. Es normal. It's normal. Es horrible. It's horrible. Es terrible. It is terrible. Es esencial. It's essential. Es fundamental. It's fundamental. Es inevitable. It's inevitable. Es probable. It's probable. As you can see, all these words are very similar in English. Also, another one, similar. Similar. So all these words to express an opinion are very similar in English, are written in the same way, it's just the pronunciation that change a little bit. But even the structure of the sentence, it is very similar. Note that all these expressions that we use to express an opinion in Spanish will be followed by subjunctive. But let's forget about that for a minute. More true friends. 2 words in one line. A final decision. La decisión final. So note that the order of the words is different. And this is why in Spanish the adjective goes normally after the noun. So la decisión is the noun and final is an adjective. So in English would be a final decision, in Spanish would be una decisión final. Other words that are very similar or that are true friends in Spanish are ritual, ritual, vulnerable, vulnerable, literal, literal, personal, personal, popular, popular, familiar, familiar, particular, particular, radical, radical, hospital, hospital, global, global, informal, informal, social, social. So as you can see, the list is interminable. Interminable. There are hundreds of true friends in Spanish that are the same as in English. So I invite you to start trying to build sentences and using all these true friends in your Spanish practice, because that is going to make the task much more easier and easeful, and that is what it's all about. You don't want to make your life harder, you want to make it simpler, simple, simple.